Welcome to Talks with Don, episode 17. It's entitled When You're Pouring Into Yourself, Energy Leeches Will Bombard You. So, as usual, we're going to get started a little different this time. It is a snippet of one of my upcoming songs called 818, The Key to the Crown. Ten is the time that I under the cross. All is not lost like a piggy head cost. Juice that I needed went inside, stand there and clean them. Now I'm able to floss. 717, I made you look. Went diving, it's a major hook. Open my crown, I'm amazed at crooks. These downloads cannot be played in books. I traveled the cosmos and fought the elevated rank. Now I'm playing the field. Throne is not for sale. Baby, I'm a man and still reverse cool, coming advanced for real. Multi-dimensional, hands are healed. This is something you cannot steal. At 10 is the time that I under the cross. All is not lost like a piggy head cost. The juice that were needed the inside, stand them and clean them. Now I'm able to floss. 717, I made you look. Went diving, it's a major hook. Open my crown, I'm amazed at crooks. These downloads cannot be played in books. I traveled the cosmos and fought the elevated rank. Now I'm playing the field. The throne is not for sale. Baby, I'm a man and still reverse cool, coming advanced for real. Multi-dimensional, hands are healed. This is something you cannot steal. As always, excuse me, I'm gonna step out, get my libations ready. All right, I'm gonna pour some libation for all of the ancestors, those who are no longer with us, those who stood up to oppression, but we're gonna also pour for the ones who wanted to use their voices to stand up for oppression, but due to oppression, they couldn't. This is for the ancestors. Ashe. Power. All right, get some of that good energy. Get some of that good energy that's rising. Get some of that good energy. Get some of that good energy. So, like I say, today's topic is when you pour into yourself, energy leeches will bombard you. So, um, ever since my journey of pouring into myself, discarding energy attachments, maintaining high vibrations, it's like motherfuckers will come out the woodworks to position themselves in your life. In my opinion, they're attracted to the energy and they're just like, man, I need some of that for myself. And in this video, I'm going to just break down healing journeys, isolation, networking, energy, spirituality, how it all ties in, because this is from my experience. To really access my fullest potential, I had to discard a whole bunch of people that were not ready to leave my life. And unfortunately, they are still hung up on trying to bombard their way back into my life, but I won't let them. And with what I do now and how some of my healing journey is shared through exercise, motivational videos, cooking, my music, a lot of people want to bombard themselves and my energy because they feel like it's a quick fix to what's going on with them. And that leads us into number one. Healing is personal. So this is an important video. So what I want people to understand about spirituality, healing, and loving yourself is it's a personal journey. It's not a one-size-fits-all journey. So when you see someone else pouring into themselves through exercise, meditation, self-care Sundays, however they show that they love themselves, don't feel like I can go and stand next to that person and some of that energy will rub off on me and I will be able to maintain it. You may get a little energy from your friends or whatnot, but to be able to maintain the energy, that's something that you have to go deep within inside yourself and figure out who you are and discard people that are NPCs, people that have no purpose, people that have no light, and they're just here to siphon life force energy from people. So, like I say, healing is personal. It's not a one-size-fits-all journey. Because you notice that your friends are healing or your friends are pouring into themselves, loving themselves, and sometimes you may not see them as much as you used to see them. And I think in my situation, what goes on is, like I always say, the type of energy I possess, once I leave you alone, things are going to go awry for you if you're not pouring into yourself and working on yourself. And I think a lot of people that I discarded, they notice that, so they reach out. Please come back and fuck with me. But since I've discarded a lot of excess baggage, my intuition is so on point that whoever you are, whatever you're trying to hide, I know it, I see it, I feel it. So it's hard to fuck over me nowadays because I can see it, sense it, if your intentions aren't clear. So a lot of times I remove myself from people with no explanation, and that wondering like, why is he removing himself from it, is because I peeped something. My intuition showed me something about you that wasn't right. And instead of pointing it out to you, I just fall back and worry about myself and never fuck with you again. And a lot of people, which is, we'll go into this on another video, but a lot of this stems from childhood abandonment issues. A lot of times, people are offended when somebody steps away from them to take care of themselves because it triggers their childhood abandonment issues. Instead of looking at it from the other person's perspective. Man, he just needs to take care of himself. She just needs to take care of herself. They look at you taking care of yourself as an offense or something that you're doing to them, instead of just saying, man, such and such just needs a break to take care of himself. But instead it triggers their abandonment wounds. So that's why a lot of people are not able to stomach somebody walking away from a relationship or friendship to actually point to themselves and work on themselves. I always stress this on my motivational talks on Instagram. We're living in a time where if you don't do the work, and honestly, I think it's too late. The ones that have done the work and went inside and, how can I say it, tune their frequency higher, those are the ones that are going to be empowered from now on. But the ones that feel like, oh man, I don't have to heal, I can just siphon energy from somewhere else, that's not going to work anymore, because we're moving into fifth density frequency that you have to be vibrating at a certain frequency to be able to even harmonize with the energy that's on the earth right now. So if you're an NPC, an energy siphoner, those times are over. So if you haven't healed yourself, I don't know what to tell you. But the second thing is, when we talk about energy siphoning, we're going to go into the second part of this. Hurt people, hurt people. That's no excuse to go around and pass off messed up energy. But going back into the topic, when you pour into yourself, people will bombard you feeling like they can get some of that energy for themselves. But self-love is a journey, a never-ending journey, something that you have to do for yourself. That's why the operative word is self. You can't get it from anybody else. So you have people that we call NPCs that refuse to do the work to heal themselves, and they feel like they can continue on in life just siphoning energy from other people. Sometimes in women and men, what this looks like is high sex drive with different sex partners. What I found out in spirituality is some of these people will be what you consider witches and warlocks. Some people are naturally, and what it is those people are, some people are transmuters of energy naturally. Some people don't have that gift, and those people have to go try to steal energy from others, and that's what we will call a witch or a warlock, somebody that doesn't naturally have the gift, but that, or they may have the gift and use it to harm others and just steal energy from people. So some of these people are only operating out of their root chakra, their lower self, their sexual self. So as humans, we have more than 13 chakras. So people that only operate out of the root chakra, they seek people that are operating out of all of their chakras, because they need that energy to survive. Because to survive here on this plane, you need to be operating out of all the chakra points on your body. So once you get into speaking, thinking, you're operating out of your higher chakras, crown chakra, throat chakra, the ajna, the third eye chakra. So people that operate out of those chakras are constantly going to be chased by people that are only operating out of one, which is the root chakra, which are those are the people that have high sex drives with different partners. So what they're doing in essence is, through these different sexual partners, people that are doing it on purpose, they're pulling energy from different chakra points from all of these different sexual partners, men, women. So I'm going to start off with the women, what this looks like in a woman when she's been drained of her energy and siphoned of her life force energy by a male warlock. It's going to look like a guy that sleeps with a lot of women, and he sleeps with a lot of women, but he's using their portal, their manifestation energy to power up what he has going on. A lot of people in the conscious community, a lot of guys do this in the conscious community. They use women to manifest what they want, and they use their portals to manifest what they want through sex. So this looks like when it's being done to a woman that has a healing energy and the healing codes inside of her. What it looks like is she may be in a relationship with a guy that's not giving her what she wants as far as commitment. So he's leaving a hole open in her aura. So that's just energy just leaking. And so what it looks like on her is they'll lose weight. They may lose a lot of weight, look stressed in the face. They may gain weight. But the whole time, the guy, he's over here thriving. His business is going good. Whatever he's got going is going good because he's steady pulling energy from the different women that he's going through, having sex with them, but not giving them commitment. So he's siphoning their life force energy. It looks the same in a man when it's been done to him and he doesn't know. Full of light, full of light, full of energy, bubbling. So what it'll look like on him, a succubus woman who hosts demonic entities will come along, attach herself to a high vibrational male, and if he doesn't realize what's going on, same thing happens to him. He starts losing weight, out of nowhere, doesn't have the same type of energy because a succubus has attached their energy to one of his chakra points. So this is what this type of shit looks like in real life. Young men, young women, be careful, because if you are one of the ones that hold those light codes, you're gonna have a lot of people come try to siphon your energy. It happens to me all the time. So you have to use your mind to protect what you have and discern who people are from Jump Street. My gifts are so strong. I see energy vampires coming from a mile away. I may not let them know, but I see them coming from a mile away once they even try to step into my auric field. And I have the choice whether to, hey, get up out my way, or I move on, because it won't happen to me. Too powerful, too intuitive, too creative. I have purpose. So I know when energy vampires are in my presence. I know when people are just there to try to get energy, run off, and build their own thing. I know how to spot those people. So a lot of times the reason people will become witches and warlocks is because they have an amount of hurt from childhood that they haven't got over, and they allow disagreeable entities to hijack their auric field, their physical avatar. Man, I kid you not, I've had multiple women. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know if it's because I'm a Pisces, because of my authentic, divine masculine energy. People just always tell me the deepest, darkest secrets. And a lot of females have come to me and told me, hey, man, I practice dark arts. Hey, I done let some entity hijack my vessel. This on everything I love. I done had different females, beautiful women. It's always never the ones you suspect. It's never the people that you would think that are doing this type of crap, it's always the beautiful women. It's always the ones that work regular 9 to 5s. And you get with them, talk to them, they going through some type of hurt and they just admit that they into some dark magic. And I'm like, wow. But I think a lot of times the Most High, my spirit guides, they let me meet some of these people to actually let me see how life really works on the lower entity side of life and how they try to attack upper echelon, high vibrational individuals, so I can know how to maneuver around these things and I can help other young men and women that have light codes and are healers and are way showers. And people here to raise the vibration of the collective. So listen when you get in the company of different people. All you got to be is a fly on the wall and just listen. And most females are telling themselves. And you can act accordingly once you pick up on something disagreeable, because they'll tell on any disagreeable thing they're doing. So my whole thing in this video is just always, like I say, protect your energy. It happens to me all the time. Man, I went on a hiatus from all people that didn't agree with my higher purpose and higher calling in life. And sure enough, through the whole journey, multiple times, people from the past kept calling me. I had to deny them. Kept trying to bombard on my life through Instagram. And so when you're going on a healing journey, it's going to be a constant battle of trying to shield off NPCs or people that can be programmed or hijacked by disagreeable entities when you have a pure source energy. Most people that are roaming this earth are not connected to source. Us humans, people that have hue, most of us are connected to source, which source is cosmos, the great mothers, ancestors, sun, water, trees, plants. But people that operate in the root chakra and in that lowest form of survival instinct, the animal self, they're cut off from source. The only way they receive energy is the way that they're operating. Sexual energy. Sexual energy is the most important energy on the planet because it's the creative energy. So that's why you have to harness that energy for yourself, because if you don't, somebody else will. And the third one, it goes back into what I was already talking about. Watch out for people whose vessels have been hijacked by disagreeable entities. Continue to pour into yourself. Whatever pouring into yourself and loving yourself looks different for everyone. For some people, pouring into themselves could be creating music. For some, it could be sports. For some, it could be exercising, grounding, meditation, painting, art. But it just so happens that me pouring into myself, I'm active on social media. Good dude that I know ran into me at a vegan festival and said, man, you and your brother both have a social media presence. So for what I do in life, for a career, to promote myself, I have to share some of what I'm doing on social media. So when people see it, yes, they're attracted to that greatness, that authenticity, something different. And you, as one of the way showers of people that are here to raise the frequency of the collective, you have to protect yourself against people that will just try to bombard your energy. And I've seen it happen before with a lot of individuals. Once you have something that seems larger than life, or your energy is bubbling, it's going to always attract people. So it's just on you to have the discernment of, are these people helping you? Are these people hurting you? Life is an ebb and flow, series of currents, up, down, middle. You just have to know how to navigate. Sometimes you can choose to bring your frequency down so that you can be, how can I say it? Mellow. It's not just one way, but when you're a high vibrational person, even at a lower vibration, that vibration is still higher than what the average is, because you carry source codes in your DNA. That's a whole nother video. But as I always say, we're going to go over the 3 things before we exit the video. Healing is personal. You can't heal off somebody else's energy. At some point, you're going to have to do it for yourself. 2, hurt people hurt people. People that refuse to do the work, they're hijacked by disagreeable entities and convinced to try to siphon life force energy off of someone else. And 3, steer clear of people with the Jezebel spirit, men or women that have been hijacked by a disagreeable entity. Because if they operate on their place of lust, all they'll do is siphon the energy of people that are operating out of a place of purpose. This is for the ancestors. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The call was heard. We love you, ancestors. Thank you. Abundance, peace, prosperity, healing. Ashe.